Welcome! In this video I'm going to be taking a look at these SK 6-inch digital calipers. So these were provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase some of these, I'll put a link to them in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So this includes an LR44 coin cell battery. So let's get this open. So it comes with this nice case. Here we have the manual. So this shows the different parts. So we can do internal, external measurements. We have an offset measurement and a depth rod. Comes with a locking screw. You can switch between millimeters, inches, and fractional. Has on-off button, 0 button. Includes a screwdriver and the battery. This lists the specs here. You can pause and read through that. This talks about battery replacement. We have some notes here. This talks about using it so you can do outside, inside, depth, offset. You can also do differential measurement, so you can measure something, set it to 0, measure something else, and tell the difference between the two. Okay, let's pull these out. So here are the calipers. They feel very nice. We have a coin cell message on the back. So it looks like it does have a battery in here, and then it comes with a spare battery, and there's a place to put a spare battery here. Also comes with a little screwdriver. So to change the battery out, you'll unscrew this here. That screw is sort of captive there. And then we have the LR44, and the plus is up. I'll put the cover back on. So to use this, we have this sort of knob. So I can pull back and forth on this. We also have a knob here. This will lock it down. So that gives very smooth operation. If the operation isn't smooth, make sure this is loose. Like if this is tight, that's going to lock it. It's not going to work very well. Even if it's only a little bit loose, it might have some friction there. So we'll go to the beginning here, and we're at 0. Now, if we're not at 0, we want to press 0. So I'll screw this up. So I pushed it in, we're at -9. I'll hit 0 to 0 it. Now it also has a scale on here. So I'm not going to look at that, and I'll set it to 1. So that looks like 1 centimeter or 10 millimeters to me, and we're at 9.95. So I was 5/100ths off. So you probably just use that scale for rough measurements and use the digital scale since it is the accurate measurement. Now this can also switch to other units. So I'll press this top button here. We're in inches. Let me see how close to an inch I can get. Pretty close. Now the inch measurements on this scale here are in tenths, not eighths like a traditional ruler. So we have a couple different ways to measure with this. Now when we're done with this, we can press off to turn it off. If we start using it, it will turn itself on automatically. So let's try using this. I've got a couple items here. So you do want to turn it on and 0 it. Make sure it's at 0 and reset it if necessary. Then we'll open this up. And it's kind of inset here towards the edge. So you want to make sure you're measuring it out here, not in here. You can see that gap there. So I'll measure right here on the flats, and that is 20 millimeters exactly. So this is a 3D printing example, so that was very accurate. Let's see if this one was the same. So this one was off just a little bit. So I must have been adjusting something. I made these years ago. Now this is plastic, and I'm getting a little bit different reading here. The amount of force you put on here can affect this, especially with soft materials. Now let's switch over to inches. I'll 0 it out. So here I have a drill bit. So I'll measure this. Let's take that out of there. So I got 0.249. So that's a 1/4 inch drill bit. So that makes sense. I'll actually hit fractional, and it shows 1/4 inch. So it is 1,000th off of being 1/4 inch. So when it does fractional, it's going to round because fractional is not as precise as decimal. And that's something to keep in mind. If we go to fractional, if I go here and measure this, if it measured, I'm going to move this in just a little bit. If it measured 31/128, I might want to pull that out and see, oh, it's actually 1/4 inch. If I'm not trying to get an exact measurement, if I'm trying to get a nominal measurement of something, this may be almost too precise. So when you do it on fraction, you might move it back and forth, and you can see, usually you want to make it a little bit wider and see like, oh, this is 1/4 inch. So you know what kind of drill bit you're dealing with. So here we have a bolt. Let's try it on this one. So here's the head. And this is a good example here. We have 63/128. So that's not a normal bolt size. So I'm just going to slowly open this up, and we have 1/2. So when they manufacture these, they make them just slightly undersized. Of course, we can measure this whole thing here. This goes up to 6 inches. So that's 2 and 7/32. Of course, I can move this in and out. So it's about 2 1/4. That's 2 1/4, and it's just a little bit smaller than that. Here we have a washer. It's 1 and 33/128. So I've been measuring the outside measurement here, and it's very sharp in the end, so you can get into tight places. But we also have inside measurement. So here I have a washer. Let's go to fractional again. fractional inches. So I can measure this inside diameter here, and looks like we're just right around half an inch. Now, one thing to consider when you're doing a radius like that is if you're low, you're going to get a different measurement. You want to make sure you're right in the center. So sometimes it can help to kind of wiggle it back and forth and make sure you're in the center. Now, a common thing you might do here is measure the width of it. So we have 0.0915. Now, when you move this back, sometimes it can get off. So it might be off like right there. If I move back and forth, it might go back to 0, but if it's off, you can just make sure it's pressed in, then hit 0 to reset it. So we did outside, inside measurement. Now we can do the step distance. So that's right here. And there's some overlap in how these tools can work, but that will measure like so. So if you want to measure, like if this was glued here, I could set this down and press that down and get the measurement. And that's probably in millimeters. So it's 5.18. Now in the same regard, we have this sticking out the end, and you can do a depth measurement. So we can set this here. You could actually set that out longer and just kind of press it into place. See if I can get a good. And then we'll pull this down to it. And we got 6.8 millimeters. So if you're trying to measure an offset, I like this here because you can set it up against the surface and measure offset with it. If you want to measure the depth of something like a hole, this works very well. Now, if we wanted to find out the difference between the two sides here, we can measure. Let's measure the short first. So we can measure this. We'll hit 0, open it up, and measure this. So we can say this is 24.18 millimeters longer than it is wide. So that's the differential measurement. So that's the SK 6-inch digital caliper. This feels very nice in the hand. It feels solid. It's very easy to use. We have that knurled knob there for moving it back and forth. We can lock this in place. So if you're taking a measurement and you need to take the caliper off, you can lock it before you take it off. It has inches, millimeters, and fractional, so it works well for lots of tasks. This would be great for 3D printing, automotive work, working with hardware, engineering. It's very easy to change the battery here, and it comes with the extra battery and the screwdriver, so you can just take that out and swap it out. So if you work on automotive things, 3D printing, bicycles, motorcycles, and you want a precise measurement tool, I think a caliper like this is a great option. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.